show you what you're missing.
Mommy, mom.
We'd be good together, don't you think?
No,
Why?
because I'll break your heart.
Maybe I'll break yours.
Nobody breaks my heart.
Men of TikTok, I guess, or particularly single dads, but D, all of the above. How exactly are we supposed to know that you're single? Because it gets really confusing and I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at what happens when you date a single mother. Now, today's video was made by Manosphere, guys, so don't forget to go and subscribe to his channel. I'm going to leave it linked in the pinned comment, guys, so make sure to go and thank him for putting together today's cringe for us to watch. And without further ado, let's just jump in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Nobody wants to date me.
I want to date you. I find you really attractive, and I think that we should go out.
Go away.
You would never need another lover.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's the
Don't say that.
Man, she never had a love like mine. But man, I ain't never seen her ass like.
Hey, Daddy.
This is for all my dudes out there trying to pursue a single mom, okay? Let me give you 3 tips to help you out.
Tip number 1, don't do it. What is with all of these dudes on TikTok trying to give dating advice when the best dating advice is to not date these people? It's actually crazy.
Number 1, if she has her own house, her own car, her own job, pays her own bills, and supports her and those kids by herself, she does not need you. She might want you, but she doesn't need you. You are just an option. She made it before you came along. She'll make it after you're gone.
First of all, most single mothers are going to expect men to intervene and help with bills, etc. at some point. Second of all, why would you get with a girl who's all about not needing men and treating you like an option? If you're going to treat men like dirt, don't be surprised when men don't want to date you.
Number 2, her kids are her number 1 priority. So if you don't feel the same, you might as well hit the road, Jack. And number 3, do not BS her. She doesn't have time for booty calls and games.
So this is the biggest simp I ever saw in my life. He's dating a single mother and he admits that she doesn't need him. He is just an option. This is why the dating world today is so screwed up, because of simps like him. Please don't be like him. Don't be a simp.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's talk about dating. Let's talk about dating a single mom. Like, yeah, I gotta respect people's times. Single dad, single mom, no kids, whatever.
I love how it's all about, like, respect our time, please respect us, we're not interested in booty calls, okay? If you're interested in fun, then hit the road. But what did the previous men have to do? The previous men probably didn't respect your time. They don't care about you. Like, it's really funny, guys, how girls will literally go out here, have children, okay, with dudes who are no longer in the picture, but then expect investment from subsequent men. The answer is no.
Everybody's time should be respected. And if somebody is willing to or trying to give you their time, listen. I know the single moms, once you don't take us up on that offer, or you fail on us, or you bail on us, so you probably done got blocked, put on Do Not Disturb, number deleted, all of the above.
This is not true at all. Guys, this is why you don't take dating advice from these individuals, okay? I don't believe that when a man wastes this woman's time, that she blocks him. Chances are she just wants him more.
Because the one thing we're not about to do is play with our free time. No, thank you. Because I could go get my child, or I could be spending it with my child, or heck, I could be spending it on myself, laying on my couch, eating a pizza. Don't judge me. That's what I like to eat when I'm kid-free. A pizza, frozen pizza. watch TV, have some wine. Good to go. But yeah, respect people's time. Be nice.
Yes, guys, I agree. You should respect their time. So just don't bother with single mothers at all.
Good morning, beautiful. Let me tell you something. When these men want to date you and they say shit about a single mother, like, oh, she got all this masculine energy, you too strong to let a man in. Let me tell you something. However strong I am, trust and believe there's a man out there whose machismo matches my energy. Okay? You don't have to get on your knees for nobody. You the only adult in your house, paying all the bills, cleaning the shit up, nurturing and raising everybody inside, making sure everybody's good. That makes you the head of household. You are in charge. That means you have to protect, provide, and nurture. You got to play all roles. Maybe you weren't designed to do all those things, but now that we're here, this is the load that we carry. The lion is king of the jungle, but the lioness, she's a straight killer. She's a predator. She's the one who goes out and hunts and kills and brings the food. But in the presence of her king, she turns into a little pussy cat, honey. So if you don't have that type of lion king energy, don't blame that shit on me. Talking about I'm too masculine. Maybe somebody else needs to step it up a notch, right?
So you heard it here first, guys. If a single mother is too masculine, you need to be even more masculine. Why date a single woman that is feminine when you can be with a strong, independent, very masculine single mother?
Guys, as far as I'm concerned, these women are strong and independent. They don't need no man. And yet we have a series of TikToks from these women complaining about the fact that men don't talk to them, men constantly waste their time, men aren't respecting them, men don't want to commit to them. Gee, I wonder exactly why this is the way it is. But ladies, if you are strong and independent, you can be independent by yourself. Guys, like, don't buy this rationalization, by the way, when they say things like, oh, I don't need no man, because, hell, if you get into a relationship with these women, they will expect you to start paying bills, you know, to look after their kid, all of this kind of crap. They're not as strong and independent as they make themselves out to be. Oh, Lord, what is this?
He's 35, and he should know better than to speak the way that he's speaking about children. I mean, you can say I don't want to have children or date somebody that has children because it's not my thing. I'm not good around kids. I don't really care for kids. Blah, 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 something like that. But to call children baggage is disgusting.
Children are baggage. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Even if you're someone who likes kids, okay, even if you're a man who does want kids, it doesn't mean that he wants your kids. It's very simple. Children are baggage, guys. Like, it is very simple. These girls seem to think like, oh yeah, I'm just a single mother and I'm the table. You're bringing in a whole nother human being to the relationship, by the way, typically more than one.
Single mothers, most work their ass off and try to make their children have a good life and try to make them have a healthy, non-toxic environment.
And also remove fathers from the family structure, live off of taxpayer dollars, okay, are incredibly entitled and narcissistic and demand ridiculous things from men. Like, do I need to go on?
So we certainly don't want douchebags like that guy around our kids if they consider them baggage. Baggage to me is something you just lug around and throw around and put your shit in. And that's not what you should, reference children to. I'm sorry, but there's deliverance, and he needs to grow up. I don't care for children, therefore I don't date women with children. Ta-da!
Yes, ma'am, you are correct. I understand that your children are very important to you, but you only see the point of view from a woman's eyes, from a woman's perspective. You don't understand how men think. To a man, another man's child is just baggage. It's easy, it's not complicated.
Here's the thing, if he doesn't... Aw, he just texted me. Shoot, I'm happy.
When he asked me if he was the only one I was talking to, I said yes. And I wasn't lying. The other people I'm talking to are 10s.
Don't you love when you meet a guy and you're like, oh my god, this guy is so perfect. And then you guys are talking like every single day. And then he ghosts you.
We're all addicted to something, right? Some people are addicted to food, other people are addicted to gaming, and I'm addicted to liking guys who don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, you and pretty much every other woman This is the problem that I have with a lot of the dating advice that women put on the internet, is like, you're better off just completely not listening. Like, a lot of the times when they make these videos and say, oh, you know, men need to step it up, men need to do this, men need to do that, men have more success literally doing the opposite. Hell, there are so many guys right now. I was actually talking to my dad about this, right? And there are so many men in the West who are literally just leaving because they're like, a lot of these guys want to have families, they want to have wives, whatever, and they realize that they can't have these things in the West. Like, dudes are just straight up leaving. It's actually crazy.
Very often we talk about narcissism, codependency, red flags, like all this kind of stuff. Let's start talking about the good qualities in a man. So ladies, here we go. Get out your notepad. These are the good qualities of a good man.
All right, let's
One,
hear
he
it.
listens to what you have to say and is actively working on what it is that you need. Now, this isn't about giving or codependency or just trying to please someone. This is about actually wanting to grow and learn more about your partner.
So the first point is that he gives the woman what she needs. That's literally, guys, I swear to you, the definition of a relationship for a lot of these people is, what can I get from a man? Never is it considered what a man might want. Never is it considered what could benefit the guy. The first point that this woman makes is, does the man give me what I need? What a selfish way to view relationships, guys. Absolutely insane.
Two, he helps you carry your load. So that means...
Let me just stop it there, guys. Ma'am, the only things you should look for as a single mother is another single father. That's all.
For me, if I don't have an emotional connection with you, and I feel like you can't be an amazing father, not just to my daughter, but to my future kids, and you don't have morals, you don't have beliefs that you stand by, that you actually stand by, because a lot of people have a lot of beliefs and things that they say, but their actions are not aligning to their beliefs and their morals. And so for me, I'm dedicated to committing to myself so deeply that I will only commit to someone who is committed to themselves so deeply and is committed to their family and their community and humanity as a whole. And because those values align to mine, those morals and those beliefs align to mine. And I think that society, again, we're just stuck in that chasing after people who are not meant to be with you, chasing after people don't deserve you, because we have those insecurities, we have abandonment issues, we have all of this shadow work that needs to be brought to light, but we're not dealing with it because it's so much easier to ignore it. And
I totally agree with you, ma'am. So you should find a single father. I'm sure a single father knows how to take care of the kids and knows how to treat you.
Guys, one of the most ridiculous things about these videos, before we get into the next clip, is notice how it's all about morals now. I need a guy with morals. I need a guy who's committed to their family, which, you know, she means her family. I need a guy who I don't have to chase. Really funny to me how all of these things like morals and virtues and commitment to family, hell, we even see God come up a lot of times. You know, they're looking for a man of faith. All of these things only become important when they need a man to take care of them. Throughout their 20s, it's all screwing around. Hell, the dude that she had a child with is not in the picture, guys. Right, so let me get this straight. You want commitment from another man. You want another guy to come along who has morals, all this crap, which basically just means he's going to provide and care for her now that she's done with the bad boys. And guys, the only time I will have empathy for these women, but only if the father of the child is absent because of mortality. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if the dude left the picture because of some, you know, he was unhealthy, health issues can strike anyone type thing, I totally understand. But a lot of these situations are just like, either they choose a bad boy who won't commit to them and who isn't interested in them, which was very clear from the beginning, no matter what these women tell you, or they remove the father from the picture. So either way, guys, like, demanding this crap of men is really ridiculous to me. It really is.
Treat you.
So I just wanted to address some of the comments that were in my most recent video, I think, where someone commented saying that the reason I'm single is because no man wants to be with someone who's going to put a child's needs before their own. So The comments were mixed. Some people were like, yeah, no, I come before children. Like, I don't know. A few people pointed out that there should be kind of like mutual respect and needs met, etc., which is right, 100%. Someone
Guys, have you noticed, like, the correlation between single mothers and just the amount of, like, wrist tattoos and chest tattoos? I swear, like, the last bunch of women that we've covered on this video have had these cursive words written on their hands.
else or a couple of other people pointed out how when you're with someone and you have children, your children will eventually leave and move out and have their own lives, so it's important to have each other, which I fully agree with. This comment was saying that their needs as a full-grown man come before the needs of a child. That was it. That was the long and short of it. Now, I'm not disputing that obviously a man needs to be a priority too. 100% when you're in a relationship, you should be each other's priorities. But you should also be your own priority. And children do come first to an extent. Now, I'm not saying a child comes above and beyond everything else at all. But a child needs someone to do that. They're a child. They're a small human. They're not fully developed. They need help with their needs. Adults don't.
I fully agree, ma'am. But I also know that as a single mother, you will never put a man before your kids. It will never happen. So why would a single man bother with that? There are too many problems, too many risks, too many baggage. Why do that? I don't get it.
Guys, I don't think anyone really has a problem with women putting their kids first. It totally makes sense. It just excludes you from the dating pool. You know? Like, there's nothing wrong with prioritizing your children. That's absolutely fantastic. But one thing I'll add to this, okay, is like, if you are really prioritizing your children, why would you not secure the father figure for your children? That to me is like the most important thing that you could possibly do. And yet in all of these videos, it's the missing element. Okay, but I understand, right? If a girl, you know, you've got to prioritize your kids. Makes total sense. But that is not conducive to a relationship, especially with a guy, right, who is not the father of the children. If you're with the father of the children and you're, you know, working together, all good, makes total sense. But a lot of these girls don't seem to understand, like, if you're prioritizing your kids, that's great, but they are your kids. Okay? To expect a man to come into the picture and to, you know, to deal with that is not really sensible, in my opinion.
I was 21, he was 21. He had like a 3-year-old daughter. So I've been in like the stepmom role. And I remember that the little girl, you know, she struggled. The mom never wanted to meet me. I was okay. I was ready to meet her. I didn't care. I understood this was her family, but she wanted nothing to do with me. And she would eventually tell the little girl, oh, if daddy gets a new girlfriend, he's going to throw you in the garbage. He doesn't want you anymore. And it was really causing a lot of problems between me and this guy. And when I tell you, he was the nicest, most amazing man I ever dated. Good looking, just a great person, a great guy. It just didn't work out between him and her. And he never really talked bad about her.
I love it how it's like, oh, he's a great guy, he's good looking. You know, first attribute, he's good looking.
So, and eventually after dating for like a year, and it's still, I thought, oh, eventually he'll calm down. She's upset because he's got a new partner. You know, eventually she'll calm down. She'll realize like, whatever, he's moved on. And it never really happened. So eventually we broke up. It did tear us apart because I saw it for what it was. This was a family in turmoil. It didn't matter that I wanted to get my nut on with this cute guy. None of that matters. What mattered was there was a 4-year-old little girl that was really confused, really struggling, adjusting to the back and forth of splitting custody, adjusting to new partners in both parents' lives. It was a lot, and I personally felt inappropriate.
Just think about it, guys. If she as a woman had so many problems with a single father, you as a man, besides having to deal with the baby daddy, you also have to provide for that child.
And this is why a lot of guys are just choosing not to deal with it in the first place. Too many headaches, too much drama, kids that aren't yours, complete and utter waste of time. And guys, like, the craziest part to me is the fact that these women will look to offload their kids and their, you know, responsibility onto men when they failed to secure the father of their child. Okay, one of the best things that you can do for a kid is to have a father there for it. But apparently, guys, especially in the year 2023 and going forward, a lot of these girls just, I don't know, don't seem to find the need to have a guy. A lot of these girls, by the way, what ends up happening is they take a lot of taxpayer money, guys. Like, they'll take money from the men, or they'll take taxpayer money, and a lot of them actually don't work, and it's just absolutely crazy. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. If you guys have any experiences that you would like to share in the comments, feel free to do so. But otherwise, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode, and also to say a little bit of an announcement. We are going to be recruiting more members to Fiend Gang, so if this is something that interests you, you want to be a content creator, make sure you check out the link in the video description. It's going to be somewhere near the top. There's one for a creator application, and then also if you're someone who makes music, if you make beats, we're also looking for someone who can make beats for the channel as well. So if either of these interest you, make sure that you check them out. And as always, guys, just again, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you in the next one for real this time. Peace.